Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the legendary Chinese myth, Pangu made the world, or Pangu Kai Tiandi. But we aren't just going to recount the myth for you today. Instead, we're taking a close look at a bilingual text to see exactly how it uses this massive, epic story of how the world came into being to teach foundational language skills. It's a really cool approach. So I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Picture absolute nothingness. The source text sets the scene immediately with this line, "Inside this egg, there was a god named Pangu." It's a totally fascinating perspective constraint, right? We aren't looking out at a vast, endless universe. We are entirely confined inside a single, claustrophobic space. It's just a primeval cosmic egg floating in the absolute void. And our primary resource for decoding this today is an excellent bilingual book called Chinese Stories in English. It serves as this fantastic bridge, helping readers master English vocabulary, but doing it through the super engaging context of traditional Chinese folklore.
All right, let's jump right into part one, the dark and messy egg.
You know, before we had the structured world of vast blue skies and solid land that we'd recognize today, the text describes the early universe with a striking sentence. The sky and land were mixed together. Imagine that. There's no horizon, no up, no down, just a dense, completely inseparable mass of stuff. To really anchor this concept, the source material specifically highlights a couple of vocabulary words. First, mix, meaning to combine into one mass, and second, messy, meaning untidy or disorganized. These two English words perfectly capture the essence of this ancient cosmic chaos. Everything is just blended into one unformed, incredibly dark egg. Which brings us to a major turning point in part two, Pangu awakens and strikes. Now, look at how the energy of the myth completely shifts here. The pacing is just fascinating. We start out a long time ago, in that mixed, messy state. Then Pangu slept for a very long time. We're talking eons of absolute unbroken stillness. But then, step 3, one day he woke up. The pacing accelerates instantly, moving from endless sleep to a sudden decisive moment where he, quote, struck hard. So upon waking up, Pangu's very first thought is basically, wow, it's way too dark in here. He is clearly not happy with the chaotic status quo. He manages to find a huge axe, hefts it all the way back, and just strikes the suffocating darkness with immense, unbelievable force. And that brings us to a crucial vocabulary word from the text, break, or in the past tense, broke, meaning to separate into pieces. The text literally reads, crack, the big egg broke. The sheer physical force of that giant's axe literally shattered the confines of the chaotic universe. The egg is gone. Let's see what happens next in part 3, Sky Rises, Earth Sinks. So, think about it. What actually happens when you shatter a cosmic egg of that size? The source text creates a brilliant visual metaphor, using a really elegant contrast. It says, light things rose up to become the sky, heavy things sank down to become the earth. It's a great lesson in opposites, but it also paints this incredible picture of the chaotic mass naturally sorting itself out through basic physical principles. This massive physical separation gives us a triumphant, satisfying concluding line. The world came into being, just like that, through Pangu's deep desire for light and that one decisive swing of his axe. The physical world, the vast sky above us and the solid ground below, was finally completed. Wrapping things up with part 4, Learning Through the Legend. Now, because this book uses the mechanics of the story to actively teach language, it features this clever sentence pattern treasure island section. Step 1 introduces the core structure subject plus the be verb plus like. Step 2 directly ties it to the myth we just read. It was dark and messy, like a big egg. Then, step 3 shows you how to use that exact structure to make totally new comparisons, like the cloud is like a sheep. It's a highly focused, super effective way to anchor a grammar rule in a narrative you're already invested in. So, here's a thought to leave you with today. How does this relatively simple story of a cosmic egg and a giant's axe shape an entire culture's understanding of the universe's origins? It's genuinely incredible how Pangu Kai Tiandi conveys so much profound meaning about order coming out of chaos, the balance of light and heavy elements, and the immense heroic effort required to literally build the world. I hope this look at Pangu's legend invites you to reflect on how we use stories to teach not just our language, but our history and values too. Thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.